Alright guys, so in this short video, I'm going to teach you some of the basics of the course and what you need to know. So the first thing that you should plan on doing to be successful in this course is to use Canvas either daily or on a regular basis. On a regular basis, to me, that is multiple times a week. At the very least, you should plan to check in on Monday mornings. I will post each week's announcements with everything that needs to be done along with due dates on Monday mornings at 7 a.m. So check in on Mondays and then pay attention to any due dates that might come up throughout the week. We do have some due dates that don't fall on the Monday to Monday schedule, and that includes exams and graded discussions. Right, so you need to pay attention to those announcements to find out when those irregular due dates are. Right, in addition to this, it's important that you have a reliable high-speed internet connection. If you don't have this at home, there are student labs available on campus that you can use. But in addition to this, our library also has an option to check out Wi-Fi hotspots that are totally free to students. You would just need to talk to me and I could write a referral for you. Alright, so our class runs on a Monday to Monday schedule. So that means our class opens up today and is made available until next Monday. Each week is available on a Monday to Monday. Right, so Unit 1 opens up today and then it will close next Monday. Right, so there is going to be some overlap in our course. So for example, you'll be finishing up one week at the same time the next week is made available to you. But as long as you stay on top of those due dates, you should be fine. Right, so everything has to be turned in by 11:59 p.m. I do accept late work, so just pay attention to the closing date on assignments, and that is also noted in my syllabus. Okay, so when you are navigating the course, it's important to start with the unit overview and directions. Not only do I give you selected chapter readings within here, but I also have listed out everything that you need to do throughout the week. And what I have up here in the picture is an example of one of our modules. You can just click next and go to each one that's listed in there. But the unit overview and directions, which will always be first, has more specific details for you along with an overview and context for everything we're covering in that chapter. Included in the modules, I give you a study guide for every single unit. So this class doesn't go chapter by chapter through the textbook. We travel through the class thematically rather than chronologically. So I've organized them around topics that make sense within history. So use the study guides to help you prepare for the exams. For the most part, we'll have an exam every other week, but sometimes we have exams on a weekly basis. That's why it's really important to pay attention to the announcements and the unit overview and directions for those dates. So where can you find due dates? Well, within our class, I've programmed them in 4 different locations. For the first thing, they're in the syllabus. If you scroll down to the end of the syllabus, is the course schedule. Everything's listed in there. It's also listed below the syllabus in Canvas, which is what's listed here in the course summary. So I've programmed all the due dates into the Canvas calendars so they'll show up here for you. In addition to this, they're also programmed into the Canvas calendar, so when you log into Canvas, it'll tell you what's coming up due. And I've also included them in each unit's overview and directions and in the announcements. Right, so there's lots of different locations for these due dates. The best way to communicate with me in this class is through Canvas messages. Right, so if you haven't learned how to do it yet, when you take the Canvas online orientation course, you'll learn how to send an email. Right, and the nice thing about Canvas is that all your information will automatically be in there for me. If you send me an email through my regular stchas.edu website, or email address, it'll reach me, but I usually am able to get back to you faster with Canvas, and it's just an easier way for us to communicate, so please use Canvas to send me messages. Okay, so here's the magic number for how I've arranged this course. Right, so when you take a college class, the expectation is that for every 1 credit hour you spend in class, you'll spend an additional 2 hours outside of class working. So if you are taking a 3 credit hour course, in addition to the 3 hours you will spend each week sitting in class listening to lecture, the expectation is that you will spend an additional 6 hours outside of class working on your work. So for a 16-week course, the way that I've structured the classes around this scenario So you should expect to set aside at least 9 hours a week to work on the materials for this course. Sometimes it takes more time for students, sometimes it takes less time, but at the minimum, you should plan for this when you're putting together your weekly schedule. All right, so if you have any questions, please send me an email. Make sure that you pay attention to the unit overviews and directions, the course schedules and the due dates, and the syllabus for any further breakdowns. And I look forward to talking to you.